So, Fabio, which Nutcracker am I gonna review? Crap. Hello, I'm Kylie, the little Spider-Man girl. Well, it's finally time. Time to talk about the worst Christmas movie I've ever seen. Now, I have seen many bad Christmas movies. I have seen reviewers review bad Christmas movies. But this is worse. Worse than a Swan Princess Christmas or Santa Claus Free or Home Alone 4 or the Star Wars Holiday Special. Yes, I said it. It's worse than the Star Wars Holiday Special. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nutcracker in 3D, also known as the Nutcracker, the Untold Story. Now, this is kind of going to be difficult to do because the nostalgic critic, film brain, and diva from musical hell already covered this movie, and all three went over many problems of this movie. Now, everybody knows the Nutcracker is a timeless Christmas classic. Everyone has done their own version of the Nutcracker story that I can name. Now, how would I describe this movie? Well, it's ugly. That's the word I could describe it. Ugly. The point of the movie is that everything is supposed to be happy and all that. This convinced me that there is ugly and darkness in the world. There is god-awful ugly in the world, and it's all compiled into this one film. This is not only one of the worst films I ever seen, this is probably the worst Christmas movie I ever seen. It's worse than Rhapsody Street Kids. I'll tell you why. First off, it's for kids. Fuck you if you think this is kids' entertainment. I mean, Batman Returns at least had a PG-13 rating. This is trying to obviously be a dark Christmas film for kids, and it's just insulting everything good and pure about Christmas. It just wants to take it away and bash it over the head and fuck it like it's no tomorrow. So that's that. The second thing is that Rhapsody Street Kids has a distinction of having a little budget, of being made by nobody. Whatever, I heard it was like some weird guy that got $500,000 to make that shitty-ass special. This has a budget. This was based on a classic Christmas tale, the Nutcracker story. It had to have something. I mean, they could frame a shot better than Rhapsody Street Kids could. How could they make something this bad? How could they make something this horrendous for the youth of America? I don't care if you're trying to make it dark. I mean, you gotta do it right. I mean, look at Batman Returns. I mean, that's a great dark Christmas movie. Sure, it's PG-13 and has moments not for kids, but compared to this, it's a masterpiece. And I understand a little bit that you don't want to make the same Nutcracker story we heard so many times before in many other bits of media. Nothing in this film makes sense. Nothing is charming. Nothing is fun to look at. The acting is all god-awful. The villains are like half human, half rat. What kind of hybrid would be like that for a freaking Nutcracker film? Even the villains sucked. Wouldn't go after this girl and her freaking Nutcracker and this clown and monkey and black guy who follows her and her Nutcracker around it. Why don't these three get in a fucking other film? Even the changes in the plot were so stupid. Like, I can understand name changes from the original story. That's fine. But they have to F up other things or other changes they made to the story. And you also got Nazi rats? Are you fucked? Who does that? Who makes the rats Nazis in a Nutcracker story and expects us to buy it? Why is Albert Einstein their uncle? Why are the rats burning toys? Is it like that stupid concentration camp reference? Really? And the clown looks like John Wayne Gacy. Like, seriously, look at the poster. He looks like John Wayne Gacy when he was a clown. It's terrifying. That's like one of the most terrifying things you could put in a Nutcracker film. Other than Nazi rats. Even the main characters weren't that great. Like, Mary's little brother, like, joins the side of the rat Nazis, and he's like, I'll be back, Mary, promise. you! Why would you be a Nazi rat? What the hell? Like, also the Rat King is also the son of the Rat Queen, which doesn't make sense unless... Oh, God. Oh, God, no! Did you put any thought into this at all? You sick bastards. Mary and the Nutcracker don't really work together. They're like, there's like one scene where they have an argument. It's like, yeah, that's nice. She's like being like a sexist pig or something like that. Nice. We just really had to do an argument like that with some god-awful kid actors. And it's mean, it's rotten, it's dark, it's offensive, it's clearly not for kids, even though they're advertising it's for kids. It's PG. It was probably written by jackasses who want to offend everybody. Fucking kids could write better than this shit. It's got the World War II bullshit that with the Nazis and all that stuff. It's all shot very dark, probably so you can not see the lame-ass CGI. I mean the scary CGI that this movie has. All the rats look terrifying as shit. And of course, there's the infamous scene with the Rat King. Now, there is a scene in the movie where he gets splattered with some shit from a hose. I don't know what it was, ink or something. And he, like, roars at them with a terrifying mouth with that CGI, and it's just horrifying. I mean, can you imagine kids seeing this scene? I can't. I mean, let's be honest. No one, unless you're studying this in Justice League, how not to do crappy CGI mouths, or you're trying to make a better adaptation of the story, wants to see a scene like this. And it's just the most awful Christmas movie I can imagine. As you can see, I've seen some really bad movies, especially really bad Christmas movies. I think what projects it into that special level of awful is, you can tell I'm very protective over kids, especially my baby sister. And I don't think we should be like, oh, throw any shit at kids. That's when they're most developed. They're gonna grow up to be, and you're gonna throw Nutcracker and 3D at them? Shame on you! I just get really insulted when you have something not only this dark, but so mean and so cruel and so awful and so offensive. And for no reason whatsoever. And no purpose for more greater good. I never heard anybody who liked this movie. Not one person who thought it's so bad that I have to check it out. I've never heard anybody say that to me. It's horribly written, it's horribly acted, it's horribly offensive to Jews or anybody with common sense. I have no idea if there's any effort put into this. I feel so bad for the people that were roped in and had to make those okay sets, but those god-awful CGI effects on the rats. It's violent, it's cruel, it's horribly offensive, like I said many times, to anybody with common sense, especially Jews who don't want to see Nazi stuff in their Christmas-related, something holiday stuff, because they don't celebrate Christmas. They celebrate Hanukkah, but whatever. And these characters are constantly being horrible and mean to each other. Where am I supposed to like them? Is it that pointless argument with Mary and the Nutcracker? And where am I supposed to like these guys in that argument? Where? It's just shit. Fuck it, just fuck it. I feel so bad for anybody who had to see this when it was in theaters, especially the little kids who probably had nightmares of the darkness and the rats, especially the rats with the terrifying mouths. It's just god-awful. There is nothing to like in this movie. Nothing. Like, I can't think of one charming moment. I can't think of one funny moment. I can't think of anything. If I had to praise anything, the song lyrics, for some reason they add song lyrics to the Nutcracker songs, music, which didn't need lyrics, and they're just horrible lyrics. But the music is well composed, so I'll give him that. It's just, the word despise does not exist. It is that bad. It's literally, no joke, the Holocaust of Christmas movies. So you're better off watching a better Nutcracker adaptation than this piece of shit. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this movie, so screw it. Watch something better for Christmas. I'm Kylie, the little Spider-Man girl, and I'm signing out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go burn a copy of this thing. Oh, and I don't mean burn like burn onto a DVD. I'm gonna literally find a Yule log and burn it, and burn a copy of this onto the Yule log. So, see you later, guys.